In today's busy and fast-moving world, we suffer from something called lack of attention. Distractions are everywhere and best in every pocket. Sticking to your goal is not an easy task. You need more than motivation.
You will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve.
We all need to achieve more and get things done. We view motivation different from one another. Motivation is to be moved by something, feeling excited, in control. Extrinsic motivation is doing something for the external rewards. Intrinsic motivation is doing something out of enjoyment and self-expression. Some associate their motivation with fame, happiness, financial freedom, achievements, and more. People who lack both extrinsic and intrinsic motivation can still be pushed by a third factor called family motivation. But what is the problem with motivation? Motivation is not reliable. It's based on how you feel. Feelings are unpredictable. Unpredictability is a huge problem. When you think you are not motivated enough to do something, you will likely come up with a list of excuses. The wrong approach to motivation is waiting for something or someone to motivate you before you do something. Laziness and a lack of motivation can have a number of causes, including being overwhelmed, mental fatigue, which is proven to impair physical performance. Sometimes you completely lose your will to do things. Now that you know what motivation is, you may not have a motivation problem. It could be
Procrastination.
Do you procrastinate?
today. Goal setting is easy, but it gets hard when you have to follow through every day and there are so many temptations and distractions around. When you procrastinate, you will fall under one of these categories. As a perfectionist, you avoid mistakes or being judged for not delivering. As a delayer, you delay things whether you are overwhelmed or not. You spend an excessive amount of time watching TV, playing video games, or browsing the web, which stops you from getting things done. Procrastinators are not lazy, but for them, starting is the issue. Procrastination is the thief of time. When you're suffering from it, you struggle with staying consistent. As shown by different studies, people regret things they haven't done, not the things they have done. Having too much on your plate can overwhelm you, which leads to massive depletion of motivation when you don't have enough clarity about what to do next. This leads to procrastination. Procrastination comes from different angles. People procrastinate out of laziness and fear. Fear of failure can promote procrastination in different ways, causing you to avoid finishing or even getting started in the first place. When you procrastinate, you might put off the most important things like starting a side hustle that can improve your income, losing weight and getting your confidence back, saving money, breaking a bad habit. As a procrastinator, you can break the cycle and change your behavior by shifting your mindset, breaking tasks into smaller portions, avoid making excuses, setting your priorities right, getting organized. But there is still a missing element which you really need to understand. So, can self-control beat procrastination? You can resist the temptations by having a true self-control. Emotional intelligence experts claim that people with good control over their thoughts, emotions, and behavior are happier and in better health. They enjoy better personal relationships, are more valued by others, but there is no yet real proof of this claim. Self-control can help you improve your weak points. It's also glorified as something that can help you away from temptations. Let's say you are trying to save up some money to go on a nice holiday. You pass by the Apple store. You saw people lined up for the release of the latest iPhone. You couldn't resist the temptation of impulsive buying. You bought the iPhone. This shows that you lack self-control. You need to understand the principle of choice, that you always have a choice in different aspects of your life, which means you get to choose if you are going to be angry, happy. Studies have found that trying to resist temptation either only has short-term gains or can be outright failure. Too much self-control can be equally problematic. However, having excessive self-control can be a struggle. It's associated with social isolation, poor interpersonal functioning. You will not enjoy life if you impose too many restrictions on yourself. You will be anxious as you try to control everything. Willpower can be translated into one word: decision. Willpower is actually a decision to go after what you care about and hold yourself accountable. Willpower alone will not force you to take action, but it can help you resist short-term temptations in order to meet long-term goals. Resisting is not easy. You may blame your circumstances on your lack of willpower. Willpower is a depleting resource and it steadily decreases during the day. So,
accountability is defined as an obligation or willingness to accept responsibility.
To drive accountability into your organization.
Accountability is regarded as the hallmark of responsibility. Simply put, it's being accountable doing what you say you're going to do. Accountability eliminates the time and effort you spend on distracting activities and other unproductive behavior. In corporate culture, accountability is used as punishment rather than means to learn. The term accountability partner is getting popular. An accountability partner is someone who reminds you of your goals with an intention of encouraging you to succeed. If someone is checking upon you, would you be more effective and more responsible? If you are driven, if you truly want to succeed, do you really need someone to keep reminding you why your goal is important? I will leave the answer to you. Real accountability must be internal first. The problem is, depending on external motivation will never be a winning strategy. Habits require repetition and consistency. If you are dependent on someone to get motivated, you still didn't solve the puzzle of motivation. For a long time, it was commonly thought that money was the most powerful motivator. It's often easier to believe so. Money is something people work hard to earn, right? Using money as a motivator is not very effective. If you want money so you can buy a house, then you want the house. If you want money so you can have a peace of mind to take care of your parents, you want that peace of mind, not only the money. A study based on employee survey, they found that money ranked fourth on the list of top 5 reasons that employees quit. The truth, a lot of people don't necessarily consider money to be the top motivator at all. It's important to note that factors other than wages, such as recognition and respect, also affect employees' motivation. Money is generally seen as a powerful extrinsic positive motivator. It's natural to compete. When rewarded with money, it motivates people to work extra hard. This may sound crazy to you, but there is a guy who turned down $35 million for a single day's work and chose to get more sleep and enjoy the day with his wife. The guy is George Clooney, the Hollywood actor. After talking to his wife, Amal Clooney, he decided to refuse to do an airline commercial that would pay him $35 million for a single day's work. But when you are well paid and you have a lot of cash, then money can have a minimal motivational effect on you. So it's clear, money isn't the most powerful motivator. No matter what, if you believe that you are not being paid fairly, you become demotivated. Motivation is unrealistic and isn't going to be there every day. With all that being said, there is probably one question that's on your mind right now. What is the solution to motivation? In life, there's a lot of things we don't enjoy doing. Exercising, getting out of bed, going to work, interviews, public speaking, the list goes on. When procrastination sets in, discipline is what keeps you going. Usain Bolt won 8 gold medals in the last 3 Olympics and he ran less than 2 minutes on the track.
I think a lot of people they see you run and they say, oh, it looks so easy. It's hard. It's like hard work.
But for those 2 minutes, he trained years. That's investment, not motivation.
I applied for Harvard for 10 times, rejected. When KFC came to China, come to my state, I was the only one guy.
When I said I wanted to win 8 gold medals, basically half the people in the swimming world thought I was absolutely crazy.
He lost the last solo race of his career, the 100-meter butterfly final to
Singaporean Joseph Schooling. What a superstar.
Hate practice, I'm not gonna lie.
Suppose what if Joseph Schooling spent most of his days playing video games? He wouldn't have beaten his idol. Elon Musk started $3 billion companies. He wasn't motivated to do so.
And then just work like hell. You will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve.
Discipline?
To become disciplined.
No discipline.
Discipline yourself.
How am I supposed to maintain discipline?
Self-discipline.
You have a 9-to-5 job. You come home and you start putting more extra hours on something you rather not, but to reach a certain goal you must do with a clear purpose. This gives you immense desire to do what you are supposed to do without any external motivation. The long, tiring hours won't matter because you are committed for a real goal that will change your life. For most of us, discipline is a much needed slap in the face. Taking action first is the only way you can succeed. If you are not motivated, you can still take action and get things done. The backbone of motivation is emotion. When you are not emotionally attached to that thing you're doing, you easily give up and quit. On your path to pushing forward and reaching your goals, having a rock-solid self-discipline strategy makes you a high achiever. The only question is, how would you do it when you don't feel like it?
I was a 4-time kickboxing world champion. For 12 years, I trained 5 hours a day, 6 days a week. And I was motivated to train probably about 25% of the time. The rest of the time I went because I am disciplined.
Self-discipline is not perfection. As Martin Meadows says in his book, you can't take self-discipline for granted. Never assume that you are disciplined enough. There is always a new area which you can improve further. Taking action will increase your motivation, which makes it easier to keep going. Minimize distractions. If you are trying to work and keep getting distracted by thoughts of something else, take care of whatever is distracting you and then come back to work. Getting things done even if you don't enjoy it is a precious skill that will take you further in life. Discipline is a choice before it's a habit. Keeping yourself motivated towards your goal is probably not an easy task. To achieve your goals, you have to put in the required work to get things done. And if you truly want to achieve great things in life, you don't need any motivation, but you only need one thing.
Discipline.
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 Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes. Discipline is infinitely more important. Get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation.
In the end, motivation doesn't matter. It's the action you take.